So I think every Indian goes through with the same kind of way. Like you studied in Hindi medium, so you also had that issue to think directly in English. You were not able to. You face that problem.
Mhm.
You are translating in mind, and then you are trying to get. Same happened with me too. Uh, I didn't know how to speak spontaneously and naturally without doing the translation in my mind. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Jayaji. Welcome to the session and welcome to my YouTube channel, Try to Thrive. I'm really happy, thrilled to see you here and to be with you in the session. Tell me, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And ma'am, I didn't believe that you would reply me so soon. So I'm very privileged to having a part of your session. Thanks for giving me this opportunity first. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I would like to know about yourself since we are meeting for the very first time. And it's here, yes, it's my pleasure to be here with you in the session.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Jaya. I am connected from Jharkhand. I
Okay.
have completed my post graduation in English literature and I have been working as a teacher in Jharkhand government. And I have a couple of hobbies. I love traveling, reading books, exploring new things in my life, and learning new skills. You can say
Mhm.
nowadays I am working on my communication skill and English spoken skill. So
That's all about you. Great. Okay. You are already an English teacher. That's remarkable that I got the opportunity to meet teachers already who are very great at it. And I think you have the great command over teaching grammatical patterns, right?
But ma'am, I did my PG in English, but I realized that for get a fluency in this language, degree doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
It's our second language. So it's totally depend up to our practice and create an environment.
Hmm.
Otherwise, after completing my degree, I was not able to speak this language. Without it's the lack of practice, you can say. Second
Absolutely.
thing is, mhm, I want to congratulate you for achieving your milestone 106K subscriber.
Thank you so much. It
Because
really means a lot.
I saw your journey and I have been watching your video since you had only 30K subscriber.
Oh,
30K
wow.
subscriber.
Wow. Thank
At
you
that
so
time, I
much for
just
the
tried
love and support.
this. Welcome.
Okay. When a teacher like you comes here and shares that language which you teach or which you have mastered during your PG and then you teach is different, subject is different, and the language, when we think or talk
Totally.
about spoken English, communication is entirely different. I don't have any degree in English, to be honest, and I totally get it. The teachers who have already done degrees, they know and they can totally tell and distinguish between both of them, and then people can actually see and believe that okay, these are entirely two different things.
Totally different. So I
Yes.
mentioned that initial I
Hmm.
mentioned that degree doesn't matter for get of fluency in this language. Many
Hmm.
person who have no any degree, they are very fluent in this language only because they do practice at regular basis.
Yes, so the
And
practice
after
is the only key behind them, which is backing them up and helping them elevate their English language skill. Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of things that I would love to discuss with you. But before that, I want to ask you that it's been a long time that you have been following my YouTube channel since I had 30K subscribers. And is it the first time that you sent me the email?
yeah, ma'am.
So, what
So I
took you too long to connect to me?
because I saw that Your talking way is very simple and it's captivate me.
Hmm.
Whenever you do conversation, your way is very natural, and
Mm-hmm.
really I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And even the absolute beginner can observe many things from watching your video. It's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So that time I was not into so much in the doing conversation video. Yeah, it's spoken practice. That time I have is only I had started listening. So I listened a lot of your video, and when you achieve 100K subscriber, that day I saw your oldest video, how you gain and how you achieve. I saw a drastic challenge change in your attitude also and your language.
Hmm. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think that it's only happen because you are so consistent.
Hmm. I
Okay,
totally,
listen.
yes, agree. I am completely agree that yes, when you are following something persistently, consistently, that really gives you the result. The fruit you will definitely get when you are very patient and consistent with the practice. And that's how I have achieved in both the journeys, not only in mastering English, but at the same time becoming a YouTuber with 100K subscribers. There also I am very consistent. I don't take much long breaks from YouTube, and this is what I love doing. That is why I don't need to pressurize my mind, because these are the things which are for me kind of a killing two birds with one stone. So when I practice to people, this is the only thing that I'm here practicing with you. At the same time, I'm able to create the content which can help others too out there and help me grow personally over YouTube channel too. So both the journeys, I think credit goes to my consistency.
Definitely. After watching such type of conversational video, I have also decided to upload some video on my also YouTube channel,
Okay.
and it's very helpful for me. Whenever I do conversation video and I speak English, then that time I rectify my mistake during editing the video, and it's gonna help me to mitigate my mistake in for the next video. This way we learn a lot.
Absolutely, yes. It really helps us to mitigate the fear of the language and the fear of judgment, what people will think of us. We don't care about this now anymore. When you are on social media, you have already made your mind that no matter what people say, you have to improve. You have just one goal, that is improving your way of speaking. And I appreciate even people too, like people are not that much negative. I have seen throughout my journey that they always support you, they always learn from each other. So when they watch us, they somewhere get inspired, they appreciate us, they help us, they give feedback, right, constructive feedback. At the same time, they learn and teach. So this is how actually people help each other over social media too, because people, I think, love the authenticity. There are a lot of already maybe great trainers and speakers, orators, who are uploading videos where they are just giving speeches directly in English, maybe TED talks like this, right? English speeches, there is a channel. But people are able to relate with these kind of authentic journeys where learners are actually struggling and trying new tips and tricks and mastering the language. So this is kind of a very conspicuous journey and inspirational journey for them to start their journey itself again. Many of my subscribers have shared in comment box that earlier they stopped learning the language, but when they saw my YouTube videos since the start, then they thought to start and resume again their journey, and that's how they started.
Many learners do same mistake that they start their journey, but after some time they get demotivated that I am
Hmm.
not to survive in this language, and
Hmm.
they quit it.
What happens when we
Ma'am,
watch in, like, a very very big personality, like if I watch Priyanka Chopra, if I start speaking English by watching her first, I would get great English from her, no doubt, but I'll compare myself with her, and I will not be able to resonate that much, like journey and struggle and all that. Her circumstances, her opportunities, exposures were always different. Mine are always different. Similarly, people out there are, most of the population is just like me or just like you. Right. So that is why people are able to resonate, and they then they get the true inspiration. Okay, if she can do, so can I. Yeah.
Definitely. And
Yes.
I think YouTube will become a good platform for learn this language, because before
Absolutely.
I wanted to speak English language since my childhood, but there were no any facilities that time. But nowadays, I think that there is no excuse. If you have an internet connection, you can create an environment of speaking English around yourself. It's totally
Hmm.
up to you that how much you have a burning desire to learn this language.
Hmm. If you are willing, then you are gonna find a lot of resources. Even now, there is no excuse. Yes, I totally agree. Okay, as you mentioned in your hobbies that you love traveling, learning new things and new skills. So, as you can see now in 2025, it's now end of February. Today it's 28th, so the last day
28,
of
28.
February. So it's been only, it's already, we have passed already 2 months. So what you have learned already in last 2 months, and what are you planning to learn in 2025?
25. Uh, I traveled to Prayagraj, Mahakumbh,
Okay.
and I saw a lot of crowded area, and I saw you can say the people are very facing a lot of problem during their traveling, but yeah, they keep it on, they continue their journey. And in 2025, I think to work on my English only.
Only this is the
And I
one and strong
so
aim
one
you have.
Yeah,
Okay.
because already I am working person. I have two children, so I have food on my plate already. So
Mm-hmm.
in my hobbies, I include that I learn. I want to learn a new skill. I think I realize the value of English. That English become a crucial part of everyone life. It doesn't matter that you are working, you are housewife, you are watchman, you are shopkeeper, you are seller, but everyone must know this language for survive a good life. So
Being
I
an English
think that
teacher.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
I will work on my communication skill, and I want to be consistent to uploading video on YouTube in order to learn this language.
Great. I think being an English teacher, it's like there already that we understand the importance of it. And it, yes, it really plays an imperative role in everyone's life now. No matter what profession you come from, even if you are not working, like housemakers also have to master the language now for their kids. Because
Yeah,
no matter
definitely.
if they work or not, but they have to attend those parents teacher meeting,
Parents teacher.
and there
That time they
they,
feel embarrassed
yes, yes, so that
if
is
they don't know.
somewhere forcing them to master the language. At the same time, like kids are now, learning the language. So when they have to connect to their grandparents, and their grandparents face the, you know these difficulties, so they have also somewhere started watching videos in English, started learning a few words for their grandchildren in order to interact with their own grandchildren. So this is how I think this is mandatory, and this is really imperative for every one of us now. Absolutely. Okay, so this is one which you are going to master in 2025. Apart from this, what else do you do in order to improve English, like reading, writing, or how do you learn vocabulary?
Vocabulary. I try to fix aim only 1 or 2 word every day, because during doing my master, I mug up so many vocabulary. But after completing my degree, I forget. Honestly, I say, because
Hmm.
I am not incorporate with this word in our daily conversation.
Hmm.
So I realize I make a diary of vocabulary, and whenever I come across a new word, I try to write down. these words and try to incorporate this word in our sentence, daily sentence, conversation, include this. And I don't believe to accumulated so many words.
Hmm.
Take only one word, and try to understand the meaning, real meaning, how we can use this word in our daily sentences. So
Hmm.
I ordered many books written by Sudha Murthy and Dr. Prashant, and every day I try to read at least 2 or 3 pages only, loudly.
Loud reading you do. Hmm,
Yeah.
that's really remarkable, because I also tell my students the same, that you don't need to learn a lot of words. I teach two words in one session. So I take like 3 sessions a week. So I teach only two words. So in 1 week, only 6 words are there. You have to learn. So it means one word a day. So one word a day is easy for our mind to remember and to use while speaking. The main purpose behind learning vocabulary is not just building dictionary, big dictionary in our mind. It is
No.
about how capable you are to use them while talking to people. So that is why you should go with 1 or 2 words a day. That's a great strategy. Okay, and you do reading too. That is loud reading. Fantastic. Okay, I would love to discuss a lot of things, as you are already an English teacher. But before that, if you have any question for me, I would love to answer.
Okay, ma'am. That you are taking also session for English learner.
Mm-hmm.
I consider myself as a learner of this language. So
Mm-hmm.
please give me a piece of advice. How can I improve myself in 2025?
Okay. As you are an English teacher, so I think you know the best ways to master the language. First and second thing, that you said, I am an English learner. So do I. Like, I am also a learner. I learn every day from my subscribers, the audience which connect to me. So this is how we all master, and there is always a room for improvement. But still, if you are asking me for a piece of advice, then it would be consistency that you have to maintain, and you have to be very very patient enough in order to get the results. Do not first set the higher goals and expect the bigger results in a very short period of time. You need to be patient. Maintain the consistency even with the small steps, like 2 words a day, reading 2 pages a day, listening to one podcast or one video, talking to one person, maybe three people in a week. Enough. So I think small steps, but with consistency, that would give you accumulated results and even remarkable results over time. So that is the small piece of advice I can give you, that to be very patient and consistent. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So as a teacher, what are the struggles you face while teaching in classrooms?
Ma'am, actually, I am a teacher of Jharkhand government, and you can realize, and I am posted in the remote village area, and I face a lot of problem because children, also the parents, are not capable to speak proper Hindi.
Ooh,
So in
okay.
this environment, it's a very difficult for me to create an environment of spoken English. But first, I try to improve myself, and I try to start with a simple sentences. And I saw that students are very keen and eager to catch the word English. They think that, wow, I am speaking English, and they copy me and try to start speaking. But it's become a crucial part, so I decided to start this, teach them.
Like in remote areas in Jharkhand, I was there for 2 years. So I know, people don't even speak Hindi properly, who are from remote areas, especially. And then it's really challenging to create the environment for them, and to change it entirely. It will take a lot of time, courage, patience, and changing the environment, being around them. and between those
Hard
small
task.
kids it's really a challenging task, but I salute you that you have taken the initiative to master your skills then to help them. I think we need teachers like you that are ready and
Thank
are willing to master, because you also have household chores to complete, you have your family, kids, then you have to go there to work, but still you are trying to create the environment for them too. That's great. Okay.
yeah.
So in order to create that environment, any activity that you have tried or incorporated in your classes?
Yeah, many activities. I try to don't give them the name of things around themselves, just like the this is not column, this is pen. I try to familiarize my student with directly the transform the switch their language. Never
Hmm.
say kitab, always say book. It's become their habit. Never
Hmm.
say may I go, and try to speak short sentences only. And after using these sentences 2 months, 3 months, students become habituated to speak.
Hmm.
Let me show. Many students speak with each other in this language. Whenever they see me in classroom. So I feel that they are learning step by step.
I can see the satisfaction on your face when you are saying that my kids, whenever they see me, they try to speak in English. And that is the right way, maybe when you let them introduce first, when you introduce them first with the small things around them, like book, table, chair, pen, notebook, and then small sentences you start with. Like this, they
What you
will.
see in your classroom. I told them that what you see in your classroom around yourself, what's in your bag, always try to speak in English. This is
Mm,
it is this name. It is name. Don't see
mm.
that I am speaking.
Yeah,
And this
absolutely.
way I try to switch the language.
And this will help them foster the habit of thinking in English, because what happens many a time, people are not able to speak fluently. Why? Because of the translation loop they are into, that they think in their mother tongue or maybe Hindi, then they translate that sentence into English, then they say, then after that again they think, they get that in English, they translate it in their mind, and then they get it. So this is kind of a translation loop which takes a lot of time in mind itself, and that hinders their progress. So when you are asking them, first start recognizing things around them which fosters the thinking habit in themselves naturally, and that will break their translation loop, which is very essential to do first, like the unlearning of the conventional methods like translating. That is a conventional method, I call. I think it is already, because in schools what happens, I remember we used to read the chapter and translate it in Hindi in order to
Translate.
get the
Yeah.
meaning, because we were not able to get the meaning. So this was a conventional way which is okay until it is okay till you have to just give examination and get good marks only. But when it comes to speaking, it hinders progress, because when you are translating, then you are speaking, then you are trying to understand, it takes time. So it's a great way to help them master their thinking automatically or naturally in English. Great.
I felt I felt this problem because after completing PG, I was not able to speak English
Mm-hmm.
because I did my education in Hindi medium. So
Mm-hmm.
I face a lot of problem,
Mm-hmm.
and I apply also on my learning. Whatever I see, I try to speak in English. The name, things, stuff. What's in our kitchen, bedroom. So it's a good method to expand your knowledge,
Oh,
and you
okay.
can catch the root of English.
So I think every Indian goes through with the same kind of way. Like you studied in Hindi medium, so you also had that issue to think directly in English. You were not able to. You face that problem. You
Mhm.
are translating in mind, and then you are trying to get. Same happened with me too. Uh, I didn't know how to speak spontaneously and naturally without doing the translation in my mind. And many people I come across doing the same thing and struggling with the same thing. As you mentioned that you started with this first, like room, kitchen, and with the small things you always come across, using those words in English. So this is called kind of a, you have learned the language like a baby. You considered yourself
Yeah,
a
yeah.
baby in English when you started learning speaking English. And this is the right approach, and I think everybody should take it very seriously, that if they are at a beginner level, they should not pressurize their mind to mug up bigger words, and pressurize to speak many hours and listen to native speakers. This is again in people's mind, that they prefer listening to native speakers in order to be like them, but they should learn it as a baby. And it takes, as I earlier also with one of I think, I don't remember, with one I shared that it takes around 3000 hours of listening first attentively to speak English
Mhm.
fluently. But it should not be like, okay, counting 3000 hours and then, it should be very natural, like how baby does for 1 to 3 years continuously. So the during that time he just listens attentively because he's not able to speak. So I think you also started first listening practice, as you mentioned that you have been following me for so long, or
Mhm.
maybe other YouTubers also you have been following. So this is the natural way, and if you follow the same, you will definitely achieve the desired results.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I would like to know how your evenings always look like.
Evening very good. I think because I love nature, and in evening I try to walk in my terrace,
Okay.
enjoy the nature, real nature. Because I posted in remote village area, and here the scenario is very good in the
Yeah,
evening.
nature in Jharkhand is remarkable. Yeah, I was there for 2 years, so I know there is no that much humidity, even not that much cold, that much hot. No, the weather,
Or
the yes, the climate is great there, and the weather
meditate.
is absolutely amazing. In the evening, you will get very little kind of wind which flows and which touches your skin. It is very pure and great. Uh, and I also used to spend time in the evening outside always during my college days in Jharkhand itself. Have you heard about
I
Central University of Jharkhand, Ranchi? That is in Brambe.
center. Actually, basically, I'm from the Ranchi. I
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah, so that is why I'm asking. Yeah, that is in Brambe, a little far from Ranchi.
some far from Ranchi, but not so much far.
Not so much, yes. We used to come to Ranchi
It's
every now and then.
it's a part of Ranchi district, but it's
Hmm.
a far from the Ranchi city.
Yes, it is. Hmm. Okay. So, what else do you do in order to spend some time with the nature in apart from roaming upstairs?
Main things that time I try to mumble English.
Okay.
How what I see in nature, I try to explain
Mm-hmm.
in this language.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I
Okay.
don't know, I think that I don't know the name and I cannot speak this proper. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, I prefer to spend 1 hour, yeah, half hour without phone.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
very
that is
simple
evening time you prefer to spend with
evening time.
nature.
Mhm.
Great habit. We all should incorporate this. I am very much into mobile phones and all nowadays, because of the work, because of the study purpose, learning purpose too. But I think I should also
It's become
reduce it.
compulsion sometimes. No,
Yes,
no,
but I
it's
think
not
I should
compulsion, but
reduce it.
we should try to spend every day 1 half hour without phone with the nature,
Hmm.
with yourself only. There is no another
Absolutely.
person, only with yourself.
You, nature, the universe, and when you are able to feel yourself, that is called me time, which always rejuvenates us, right? And
It boosts your energy
yeah,
after
without going
doing.
outside, I feel that like I am very calm, composed already. I feel rejuvenated already. That is not a big deal. Only this, like I'm using a lot of mobile phones and with this technology, laptop and all around them always. But otherwise, I am feel connected. I feel connected to the universe and the nature already, which is I'm grateful for. Okay, tell me a little bit about your daughters, about your kids. Are they daughters?
Hmm. I have two children.
Two
Elder one
children.
is
Hmm.
6. Elder one is 6 year old boy, and
Okay.
younger one is 3.5 year old daughter.
Daughter. So the elder one is a boy and the younger one is a daughter.
Daughter.
Okay. And which language do they speak at home?
Whenever I speak English language, they don't feel so many emotional attached with me. They think that this is not my mom.
Hmm.
They
Happens.
answer only nodding their head and they
Hmm.
speak little. But whenever I speak Hindi language, they feel so many emotional connection with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I speak Hindi language, but I try to teach them some words by speaking English.
Absolutely. All of a sudden, when we start talking to them in English, it's difficult for them to make the connection. If since childhood you talk to them in English, then it's great. Otherwise, it's always difficult to incorporate immediately and all of a sudden in them.
Immediately.
Yes, then we need to follow again the gradual process, the natural process to tell them a few words, then a few sentences, like this they get the habit. And yes, we can deny that we feel more connected when it comes to speak in Hindi. This is in our
English.
blood, this is in our culture, so we can't deny that. Everybody feels great about it when it comes to speak in their own mother tongue. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I resonate with you.
Okay. Do you have anything in your mind related to writing, journals, diaries, or do
Uh,
you pen down your thoughts?
Ma'am, I am not so much into writing, but I
Hmm.
think that writing is a good habit. Whenever you write your daily routine, you need to express your daily routine. You need so many special words, and by this process, you will definitely learn. But I try
Hmm.
to develop this in my routine. But till right now, I am not so much into writing.
Earlier, I wasn't good at reading. Then somehow I developed the habit of reading. Now I have to develop the habit of writing, as I have a long-term goal to become a writer too. Like, if not much, like not a big one, but I want to write at least one book in my life. That is my dream to do. So I should start writing a few things. Sometimes I write, sometimes I don't enjoy that much writing, but I think I enjoy speaking much more than writing. That is why. Yeah. Do you get angry? And if yes, so how do you then feel peaceful again?
I am very introvert type of personality, so I don't believe to take quarrel, yeah, take speak so loudly so much. Whenever I get angry, yeah, mood off, you can say that time I try to live alone for some
Okay.
time
Mm-hmm.
and try to busy myself in another work. Whenever I
Okay.
do any another work proper way, that it relieve my mind.
Oh, so you have that kind of a perfectionist thing somewhere back in your mind to do things in a very perfect manner. I have come across such people too. A few are in my batch too, I think. They say that I want to speak English, but once I'm very perfect at it, kind of thing in their mind. They don't want to make mistakes and things, but everyone's mindset, everyone's behavior is a little different towards. Some people have this in themselves to be very perfect at certain things, and then they proceed and then they do or take the responsibility of certain work. Okay. But I think it's very normal that we get angry. Everyone gets angry, right?
Angry, yeah. And bringing up children become a very tough task. As being a housewife and a working for woman,
Mm.
managing the time managing and family responsibility, office responsibility, it's become a very tough task. And if you need so much patience to
Mm.
deal with all the things properly.
Absolutely. I don't have any experience in this particular field, how to manage all the things with family, kids, work, and then So, but I think somewhere when you connect to people like this, when you learn from many other female that you, then your mind gets it naturally. It becomes aware of the things which can happen or which can take place in life. So, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, before we wind up the session, do you have anything to discuss with me? Yeah,
I have a lot
anything.
of questions and a lot of things in my mind, but
Mm-hmm. You
I
forgot.
want to ask that what's your what's your opinion for about my English?
Your English is.
What's I need to improvement? Where I need to improvement?
Hmm. I think your English is good, and gradually you can improve it. The pronunciation part, which somewhere there is MTI issue, which you can remove. Here and there, very trivial grammatical mistakes you make. So, as you are very already a teacher, so you know all the grammatical patterns. They need to be practiced in speaking itself, because otherwise we know the grammatical patterns, right? So you can focus on the pronunciation part, and then yeah, speaking. Keep doing the speaking practice as much as possible. That will help you to speak fluently and good English, and keep incorporating new words. As I have seen, you have already used nice words while talking. So I think you are already doing the great work.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for give your precious advice. And
You're
really, I
welcome.
enjoy this session with you. And in future, definitely, I will connect with you if I get
Sure,
chance.
likewise. Likewise. I also enjoyed it. Was very soothing, relaxed conversation with you. Thank you so much for sharing your positive vibes, energy with me. And thanks for the session. Thanks for the time and insights. Bye bye. Have a great
Thank you.
evening ahead.
Bye.